Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, Donald Trump has promised to tear up the nuclear deal with Iran. If he does that, it will be the best thing that has happened to Iran in years. Well, at least to the hardliners over there. And it will also be a great day for Russia. Now, first of all, you have to remember that Iran is in complete and total compliance with the agreement. They have met every requirement of the deal so far. So what happens if we tear up the agreement? Not one of the other signatories to the agreement will support us. They will continue the process of ending their sanctions against Iran. And European and other nations' companies will be eager to do business there. Just having U.S. sanctions in place against them without anybody else or the UN will not affect Iran in the least. And it will increase the doubts, which are already growing since Trump got elected, that our allies and others have about our credibility and reliability. And it will embolden Iran not to cooperate so much with the deal, because even if they violate the agreement, it will be seen as our fault. So there will be no response from any other nation. They will not slap sanctions back on Iran. It'll just be business as usual. And as for Russia, well, all the doubts about the credibility of the U.S. will increase their influence in the area. And by the way, in case you're a total fucking idiot, if you think that Iran is going to go back to the negotiating table with us to negotiate a deal which we'll like better, that's not going to happen. We have a deal, that's the only one we're going to get. Many of those against the deal point to the fact that Iran is still supporting Hezbollah and Hamas, and that Iran has engaged in some pretty provocative behavior against us. And all that's true. But those things were not on the table. The purpose of the negotiations was to stop and roll back Iran's progress towards obtaining a nuclear weapon, and that is exactly what the deal accomplished. Those other things, they just had nothing to do with the deal. Most importantly, our canceling of the nuclear deal would embolden the Netanyahu government to possibly attack Iran, knowing that we would get dragged into the war that they started. And the last thing that we need is another war in the Middle East. And not only would it be another war in the Middle East, but don't think that if we attack Iran, Russia is going to stand by and do nothing while we go to war with their biggest ally in the region. If we go to war with Iran, eventually we will be in direct conflict with Russia. And who knows where that would lead. So up until a few days ago, the idea of a global thermonuclear war was absolutely unthinkable. Now it's possible, even likely. Thanks for listening.